Hey guys, M13 here. I've got a topic. I was either gonna call the video "Why is it that men think women are stupid?" or I was gonna call the video "The problem with women." I'm not sure which one it goes. Um, a lot of girls that I've dated, see, a lot of girls that I've dated, tend to do this, and that is when something bothers them, they don't say anything about it. They just hold it in, and then they wait until you do it, the thing that bothers them, a few dozen or 100 times, and then they explode and throw a fit. And meanwhile, you're like, as a male, you're just clueless because you don't know what's going on. Because like, let's give an example here. Let's say it's you have a glass table and you have coasters that you put out so people can use. And then, see, if there was a man and a woman, and the man's not using the coasters, he just doesn't think of it. Maybe he doesn't use them before. He doesn't have that habit or whatever. So he's just, oh, look at this dead end. So I need to. I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna go back that way and hang a left. The so if it's a man and a woman, the man doesn't use the coaster. Then the woman, she sees the man doesn't use the coaster. What she'll do is she won't say anything about it. She'll be annoyed, but she'll just kind of hold it in. And then this will go on, day after day. The man continues to not use the coasters, and the woman continues to get annoyed by it, but doesn't say anything until like one day, a couple of months down the line, she just freaks out and starts screaming and calling the guy a complete piece of shit, and why are you? I work hard, I clean the house, blah blah blah, and he's like, what is this about? And meanwhile, it's actually just because he didn't use a coaster. And she's like, well, you don't use the coasters. I put them on. Okay, here, it's on the freaking coaster. Shut up. What's the problem? And then she still goes on because she's not mad about that one instant. She's mad about the last 3 months, but she hasn't said anything about it until the last minute, right? And if it was like two guys, if it was two men, it would be like if a guy goes to another guy's house and he has a glass table and he's got some coasters set out, and the guy puts his glass on his cup onto the glass table, and the guy who owns the table or owns the house, he'd be like, hey, asshole, there's fucking coasters there for a reason. And then the other guy would be like, yeah, fuck you. And then he'd put his cup onto the coaster, and that'd be it. And there'd be no throwing a fit 2 months down the line. That's why, because men are smart. Jeez, it's just amazing how pathetic women are when it comes to that. And don't get me wrong, I'm not talking about my wife. I've dated a lot of women in my lifetime. Well, I'm not gonna get into numbers, but I've dated a lot. Okay, I used to date a lot. I dated one girl, and I dated her for like 2 years, and we weren't exclusive. So I dated other people in the time, but I dated this one girl for like 2 years, and where am I going? And we never argued once. And I thought, wow, I started to think maybe this is the perfect girl for me. Maybe I should marry this girl, whatever. Like, we never argued once, not once, in 2 years. And I'm like, wow, she's just, evidently she just likes everything about me. and then, uh, and then we did. We didn't really break up. She kind of moved away. She moved away for school, and then when she moved away, she was like 22 at the time. She was 22. I was 25-ish, 26. Anyway, she moved away for school, and then I guess she's in a different country now. She moved to a different country, and then so I guess I kind of still thought we had a chance, but she pretty much, so she kind of broke up with me. But anyways, yeah. But once we were like broken up, or she's in another country, then one time she phones me up, I get a 2-year long kept in fit poured out onto me. Can you imagine? It's like, yeah, like that one time a year and a half ago when you did this, I really didn't like that. And then there was that other time like 6 months ago when you did this, that was horrible. And then I'm like, what? Are you serious? Like, you, you, wow. Talk about women are amazing, man. Women can really pack it in. Like 2 years worth of things I did that annoyed her, and she just holds it all in. And like during those 2 years, and another thing too is like when a woman does something that annoys a man, the man will just say, and the man won't throw a fit either. He doesn't get angry. It's like when a guy puts a coaster down. We just kind of like jokingly say, hey, man, coasters are there for a reason, but we're not angry. And the guy puts his glass in the coaster, and like literally the next second later, it's done with. It's over. There's no harsh feelings. There's no resentment. There's none of that. But women, they pack it in, they pack it in, they pack it in, and then they yell at you, let it all out, and then they're still mad at you for like the next day or so, or for at least for a few more hours. They'll walk around all grumpy and shit. It's like, fuck, you're pathetic. You know, if something bothers you, you tell the person. You say, if it's two friends, they can say jokingly, hey man, put your fucking glass on the coaster. If it's two acquaintances, they can say it politely. I'd prefer if you use the coasters. Oh, okay. I put, there's polite ways to go about it too. You don't, like, and then women, what are the women's? Nothing. They just say nothing. They just watch. Oh, he didn't put it on the coaster. He's so rude. He's so, blah, blah, blah. And then and they just hold it in. And then every time you do it, they just hold it in. It looks like a fun job, eh? You just get to rip up shit with a power tool like that. He's good at that. Anyways, oh, look at that. I'm impressed. He can even move over like the cones. Those cones are light, He's using a big ass just to rearrange the little cones and stuff. Yeah, so that's pretty much that's my little woman rant.